What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, the Model Building Corner. I'm Joe. Got a couple of things I want to go over with you as far as the Dart is concerned, and then what my plan is after we do that. But first, got a shop card for you guys. Came in the mail the other day. I know I'm late to the party. Everybody knows Dan the Man. Anyway, he's got an awesome looking shop card there. He obviously is like an old school guy. Teasing you, Dan. His shop card is set up like old advertisements and stuff, so it's pretty cool. I like that. If you guys don't know Dan the Man, I'm sure you do. Get over there, check out his channel. Of course, the link will be in the description. He has some pretty cool stuff going on over there. He's got his little assistants and stuff. And he's hosting a couple of group builds right now. One of them that I need to jump in on, the appreciation build for Frizzo, right? Is that what it is? I should have double checked so I don't look like an idiot, you know. So I am an idiot. So you guys don't realize that I really am. But anyway, so go check out Dan the Man. 60's rules. Anyway, so I'm gonna get that on my wall, and then let me get you in here, show you what I got going on. I took care of some stuff Monday and Tuesday. Today's Wednesday, and I hurt myself today. I'll get you in here. Alright, so we got quite the mess going on here. Hopefully nothing got messed up. So I got my, let me switch my glasses so I can actually see what's in the camera. So I got my door cards done. Got my door window cranks installed. By the way, like I said, these were a gift from my buddy Don. But they're actually, if you guys are interested, you can get these on Colts 3D. These are actually Justin from J Hart Models. Why do I keep messing that up? J Hart Model Works. Those are his design. So go check that out. And then I got a little bit of detail done on the dash. I still have to put the decal in. Let's start with the engine. All right, so I painted my transmission. Okay, and I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not, but I tried to do some contrasting colors. What I did is I don't really care for the oily steel, the AK. So what I did is I took about 10 or 50 drops and put that in my egg holder, and then I only added 1 drop of gloss black, 1 drop, to try to get it a little bit of a different shade on it, and I really like it. And then on the bottom here, I added 1 more drop. Okay, and so it's really not picking it up, but the tail shaft, like the transmission and tail shaft, are always usually like not uniform. So the tail shaft and all the valve gears and stuff, all of that valve stuffy is painted with a little bit of a darker shade. So that's handled. I forgot again, I put the headers on before putting the starter in, so I'll be fighting that. Painted my fuel pump. But here's what I had to do. Alright, if you notice, the exhaust is tucked a little bit closer now. For some strange, odd reason, I decided to, oh, I know why I started to read the directions. Because I wanted to decide which rear end housing and leaf spring assembly I wanted to use. Of course, my buddy Terry Sanders, he suggested a week or so ago that I should use the bigger rear end. But if I do that, these springs, I think the way that they're molded for the Hemi, for the race car, I think it will sit up. It'll have a little bit of a rake. And I didn't want that look. And yeah, I could have cut the springs because the springs are separate, but on the regular rear end, the springs are attached. So again, I painted the axle and the housing in gloss black, and I did the same iron looking steel, little bit darker shade on the springs. I don't like just leaving the springs black. They're usually, sometimes they're black, but sometimes they're like a natural metal. So while I was trying to figure out which rear end I wanted to use, something sparked my eye in the directions, and it has to do with exhaust and torsion bars. So what I did was, I'm like, okay, I put this on, set the torsion bars in where they go, and sure enough, the torsion bars were in the same spot that my headers were. So what I did was I heated the headers up a little bit with my lighter and got them in a little bit. So now with the engine completely installed, and that's installed, and once that's in properly, obviously I've got clearance. So then my next dilemma was, I realized, well, they do supply exhaust for, and I don't know what I did with it now, so let me just tell you, you guys are all building this. Here they are. We've got exhaust, which is straight pipe that comes off the header. I'm assuming some sort of cherry bomb, maybe. It really don't look like it, but, and then it just, and then it would drop down. I could have done that on the 440, but now that I had to move the headers, they wouldn't line up right. It would look stupid. So what I did was, where is it? All right, guys, I swear I need to get more organized. What did I do with my exhaust? Why don't you hit pause, Joe, so that they're not standing around getting bored and go, oh, here they are. All right, so what I did on my exhaust, besides painting it, is once it was, I taped the engine in the vehicle, and then I lined up my exhaust. Come on. I put the mufflers in the holes where they go. And then I basically was able to see where the headers come down and where these come down. I was able to clip them and shave them. And so basically once the engine's in, come on, they'll match up, basically, is what I'm trying to tell you. So I wanted to continue on and paint the chassis so I can start doing assembly and stuff like that. But Mopar, body color, okay? I made a decision. I wanted to do it this flat earth. But I don't want to... I don't know if this shade is even near what it should be. And I didn't want to mess with spraying a flat on there and then having to clear it to get it to shine somewhat. So I went on, I tried at Mark's, at Hobby Nut, to find the actual paint code for the it's light tan metallic. And he doesn't have it in the enamel, so I went to MCW's website, and they do have it in the lacquer, the actual light tan metallic. So tomorrow after I get home, I'm going to order that and some other stuff. And then also a good viewer, Tim, he mentioned to me a couple of weeks ago when I was dealing with the rims and the tires. He says, I got a perfect set of steelies and center cap and dog dish that I can send you. And I was like, you know what? I really appreciate it, but I really do, I feel funny taking stuff, and I'm like, I can make what I have work. After he's seen what I was going through again the second time, he's like, come on, man, let me send you those tires and those wheels and dog dish. So I'm like, all right, no problem, man. So so we communicated on that. So I got those coming, and I got to wait on the paint to because this has to get painted as well before I can start doing anything on here. So basically, besides putting the interior together, I'm kind of at a standstill. So let me get this cleaned up, and I'll show you what I want to do in the meantime. All right, so we got a quick cleanup job here. The USAC is due March 16th, I think they said. My buddy JT over at I Need My Garage Time, his group build is due March 1st. And I need to get started on this one as well, even though I said I wasn't going to do multiple builds at the same time. But since I'm at a stopping point on the USAC, I probably shouldn't have done that with all the parts that are in there. There's no harm in getting this one, getting all the pre-assembly done and getting all the sanding done and the whatever I'm going to do and the primer done. So I've got a plan for this thing, and I'll tell you what it's going to be. I'm not going to show you, I'll tell you. So if you watch a lot of the car shows, like what used to be on TV back when Gas Monkey Garage was on, I don't like watching them on YouTube because now they curse, and he lets the mechanics curse. And I mean, it used to be a family show, I mean, if I want to sit down with my young children and watch a show, I don't want to hear all them cursing and all. But anyway, that's besides the fact. So basically, the big thing nowadays is patina. So my plan on this is, again, I'm doing it with the white top, the light blue bottom. I'll pull those paints out just to remind you guys. Hold on. Anyway, I thought I bought two different ones to choose from. Golly, you open this once and forget about it. Need my bottle opener, 3000. All right. Well, it's got to be mixed. All right, so it looks like dark blue in there. See, it's got to be mixed better. So, ooh, don't break it, Joe. Anyway, so yeah, what I'm gonna do is once I get all the parts cleaned up and ready to go. Come on, open. 50's and 60's on steelies. Check that out. So basically, what this truck is gonna do is it's gonna have. I'm gonna shoot it with first. I'm going to shoot it with a rust color. Then I'm going to shoot it with a red oxide primer color. And then I'll shoot it with the body color. But in between those, I'm going to be putting salt and stuff like that. So this truck is going to be like an Arizona, not barn find, but it was a work truck its whole life on the farm. So it's low miles, no rust. It's just patina, surface. It's all on the surface. So so this is a perfect candidate that everything on this truck is going to be brand new except for the body. And once the body is set where I want it to be, It's going to get a clear coat because that's what they're doing with those now. They're putting this, they're sealing them up so that the patina stays and they don't continue to fade away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, spare. Spare me. All right, so that's a pretty nice. Oh, do we even have a Mexican blanket? That is so cool. I might actually use these decals for the bed because that, I think, will look a lot better. Hey, Don's calling. Let me answer the phone. All right, so talk to my buddy Don. And so where was I? Yeah, so we're going to do... I actually opened these while I was talking to him. You know what was silly? So the spare tire... the spare. You get a rim that looks like it's got holes for lug nuts. I'm not going to use the spare probably, but look at the ones. I mean, they don't give you the option if you don't want to use the dog dish. You have to because they don't put nothing in there. That's crazy. I thought that was the wheel backs at first, but they're not. Truck don't have wheel backs. So that's nuts, man. Anyway, so yeah, so this is going to be a nice, everything's new. I might use one of the 3D printed engines I got, not the 350, because the 350 is for the Camaro when me and Don finally get to that buddy build. So I got I think it's a 383 stroker engine. So everything's going to be brand new as far as the frame, the chassis, the parts, everything. It's just the body is going to have the patina sealed. And I think that'll look pretty sharp. So I'm not going to bore you guys with cleaning these parts and stuff like that. Because, we've gone over that. So I'm going to have to build an exhaust system too because it looks like it only has a single exhaust. But other than that, the details in here look pretty good. But let me get you back upstairs here. Alrighty, so so I'm going to eat some food, dinner, and if I'm not laying on the couch dying afterwards, I'll start cleaning up on these parts. Man, another one with the back isn't installed. But at least the bed is already assembled, so that's cool. So yeah, so I'll get a head start on that while I'm gonna be waiting for stuff on the Dart. So, yep. Appreciate everybody for watching, commenting, all your likes. Bam, you guys are awesome. Don't forget to go and check out Dan the Man at 60's Rules. And other than that, everybody have a great evening. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.